Hello and welcome to Douglas on Trading. Today I'm going to show you the best Fibonacci indicator that you've never heard of. And stick around until the end of this video because I'll show you how to get this indicator for free. Okay, take a moment and imagine the perfect Fibonacci indicator. It appears on your chart automatically, it tells you whether to buy or to sell, and it contains not just one Fibonacci level, but multiple levels of confluence. Okay, now open your eyes because my man Vinny E-Mini has created your dream. This is the Fib Elliott dot from AlgoBox. It appears on your chart automatically and contains at minimum 2 levels of Fibonacci confluence plus an Elliott wave. The total levels of confluence can go as high as 15. The dots are color-coded to alert you to higher levels of confluence, and more importantly, the dots are color-coded to tell you whether to buy or to sell. I'm not aware of anything like this on the market, and yes, I've tested it, and it's eerie how well it can work. Now, you know what I say, trading is trading and there is no holy grail, so you have to know the mood of the market and you still have to pick your areas of highest probability, but good Lord, this is a powerful tool if you do. So let's get into it. What you are looking at now is AlgoBox in its full glory. It looks a bit like a video game, and that's exactly the point. Vinny created a full trading system with a massive set of custom indicators to help you play the market like a video game. He even has a full set of free training videos to get you started. But I'm not here to teach you Vinny's system. Today, I just want to show you my favorite AlgoBox indicator, the Fib Elliott dot. To do that, I'm breaking the rules, and the first rule of AlgoBox is you trade the system as intended, and the second rule of AlgoBox is you trade the system as intended. But to make things simple, I've stripped away the system, and I'm running the Fib Elliott dot on the chart that I grew up with, which is the 2000 tick chart. This chart is from August 11th. The first green dot we see around 750 Central is a killer pinpoint entry winner. Green means buy, and this dot appeared, by the way, before the close of this bar after the dot. No hindsight BS here. These red and blue lines are auto support and resistance zones automatically drawn by AlgoBox. The second dot is red for sell. Another killer entry here. You could walk away from the day on just these two signals. There is a hidden red dot here, and that gave you a scalp. It's covered by the blue dot, which is the most powerful buy signal. The blue is a signal for the dot that contains the most points of confluence. It's good for a scalp, and it's followed by a green dot. 2 dots in a row is a good sign. Even more points of confluence. But life isn't always perfect, so for the first time in this day, you had to take about 1 point of heat before price took off, and it's no coincidence that with a combined blue dot and green dot, you get the biggest move so far. If we look at the remainder of August 11th, we get 3 more green dots with laser perfect entries. Now, I know you are dying to see this in real time, so let's go to the recording of the very next day, August 12th. All right, here's the good stuff. We're going to watch the Fib Elliott dot in action. Now, what we've got here is a previous recording of a market replay, so ignore. You're going to see another cursor going on over here with these crosshairs and things. Ignore that. Just pay attention to my highlighted cursor here. And this is August 11th. This is what we already covered, but I want to show you a few things that are going on this chart. We've got these blue lines. These are automatically drawn potential support areas by AlgoBox. These red lines are automatically drawn potential resistance zones. These highlighted boxes are, again, automatically drawn areas of harmonic patterns. And so see this green triangle followed by this green triangle. That's one harmonic pattern. And then it draws your potential entry point, which is this green highlighted here area, which also matches up with this blue support area. So in the world of AlgoBox, if enough stuff's going on, you might consider that as an area to go long. And in this situation, sure enough, the long would have worked out. But like I said, we're focusing on the dots. So I'm just going to let you see these play out and see kind of how it works. Remember, nothing works in a vacuum. You have to have your strategy. You have to know, what the market's up to. Is it ranging? Is it marching in one direction? So don't just take these dots blindly. Not every day works out with perfect dots, okay? You're always going to get some that are just kind of out in the blue that you need to ignore. So we're going to speed this up a little bit. And you see this first green dot comes in. And you get a bounce, but that's all you get on this dot, okay? Now, so if you're scalping, that one would have worked out for you. And just to show you how quickly that comes in, this is not after the fact nonsense, right? Look at that. The dot is already there. Boom. The market's still going down, and then it bounces up, okay? So that's good for a scalp on this one. But there's a couple benefits of this. It's not just entries, but it's to know when to cut and run. So price comes up into that potential resistance zone. And if you're playing that resistance zone, if you think that that resistance zone has, some power to it, you need to be careful here. And then once it comes down and breaks that dot, that might be a good place to exit early. So you've got, you saw when that dot came in. When that dot came in, price was still going down and it didn't break the dot and then it went up, right? So if you are playing a tight game, and this is up to you, but if you're playing a super tight game, you've got a couple ticks stop here that you could have played, okay? So that is kind of the potential power of these dots. And you can see back here, it didn't go a tick below, it didn't go a tick below, it didn't go a tick below. That's not always the case, like I said before, and you'll see that here coming up on this dot. But if you can keep cutting stuff super close, with super tight stops and getting out as soon as, your area fails, you can just save yourself a world of hurt and a world of money by just cutting and run early and then letting those winners run once they happen. So with this dot here, and you'll see the dot adjusts every now and again. And then every now and again, it'll disappear altogether. If it gets broken a little bit too quickly, that dot might just disappear altogether. So that one, it depends on where your stop was, if you had gotten crushed on it or not, but we'll call that a definite loser. But then this red one comes in right after it, okay? The market's been dropping. You've got a couple moves down already. And then the red dot comes in. How quickly does this one come in? It comes in, I think, right after this one forms. Comes back, tests that dot, the dot readjusts, and away she goes. And then another dot comes in, so if you had missed that one, you get another chance. Right after this bar had formed, you get another chance to go short. You get another nice play. And then you get this yellow dot, that's a buy signal. Now the yellow one is kind of the weakest points of confluence, so it has the least points of confluence, but it came down and gave you a yellow dot right at the low of yesterday. It looks like this was the low of yesterday. So that is certainly a support area, and you get a Fibonacci confluence of at least two areas plus an Elliott wave right at that low of the day. Dot adjusts, but away she goes. And if you had a few tight stop losses earlier, what do you think made up for it there? So I will say again, if you just take these dots blindly, life probably won't work out for you, but who wouldn't want to have an area of Fibonacci confluence, an Elliott wave confluence with an obvious support zone? And if you're thinking about going long, That is conviction right there. So let's keep moving. So we've been trucking along. I mean, this is just steaming up, just flying up. And as far as what's on the chart, you don't see anything up here. It's kind of a no man's land. You get a red dot, and then you get a green dot. Oh, so what do you do there? Well, like I said, you don't take these things in a vacuum, right? So if the market's trucking and you get a red dot out in the middle of nowhere, you probably shouldn't go short. But if you did, as soon as that green dot comes in, you should probably get out if you went short, right? I mean, if you look at the context of the market, it's trucking up, you went short, and then there's a Fibonacci point of multiple confluence right there. Just cut and run, okay? Or get in, get long. You get another green dot. This pink one is the most points of confluence for a short, okay? But I will say again, you don't just take these out of the blue. This is, once again, strong bullish trend. You get a pink dot out in the middle of nowhere. At best, that is a place to exit. All right. If you're playing safe, you just exit there. You could try to see if that dot's going to break and keep on moving, but that could be a good place to exit, but not a good place to enter. And then as you see, the market kind of kept going up after that. But I hope you can see how cool this tool is. I mean, I've tried to draw Fibonacci lines before. It's tedious. It's kind of a nightmare. You don't know where to start, you know, like you can draw it from multiple different points on the chart. You're like, well, which one of these points is the point that matters? I mean, who's drawing their Fibonacci from down, you know, here? Who's drawing it from here? Who's starting up here? Do you go long? Do you go short? Yada, yada, yada. Do you go to the 50% line? Do you go to the 33% line? What line are we going at for the Fibonacci? Well, this gives you all those points of confluence, and then you don't have to think about it, and it's just automatically drawn. And if you would like to try this product for free, you don't get to own it for free, okay? You don't get to own it for free, but you get to at least have a free trial of AlgoBox. Just go down to the description below and click on the Discord link down there. You join the AlgoBox Discord, and in there they can help you get the free trial. If you have any questions, let me know. And let me know if you enjoyed this video. If you did, hit the like button. Hit the like button. But more importantly, go try AlgoBox, damn it. Bye.